what's up, guys? I thought we'd try something a little different today. This is a new game I got called Ark Nova. So we're going to try a solo playthrough of this. So I've set everything up as usual. We have the starting on 20 appeal, we're on 0 on the conservation track. The three base conservation projects are primates, birds, and species diversity. And then for our opening hand, we have a choice of sloth bear, reptile breeding program, archaeologist, migration recording, pygmy hippopotamus, leopard, native seabirds, and African spurred tortoise. I think we'll probably keep the reptile breeding program, maybe the sloth bear as well. That has two icons there, which might go well with the base conservation project for diversity. And then I think we'll probably keep the reptile here. And then probably this sponsor card here, the native seabirds. So those four can go there. For our end scoring goals, we have a choice between naturalist zoo and sponsored zoo. So of course we'll have to choose that if we get to 10 conservation points. So for our first action, I think I'm going to go for, I think I'll take the cards action here. And I think we will draw 3 and discard 1. So we have a choice between Great Hornbill, Global Breeding Program, and Expert on Australia. And I think I'll discard the Expert on Australia. So that's the build action done. Or sorry, the cards action done. Second action, I think I'm going to go for build. I will pay 6 to build a 3-space enclosure. So we pay 20 and we'll get 14 back. So 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And I'm going to place that there, which gets us 5 money. And that will be that. For this turn, these advance. I'm going to, for my third action, take the association action. We'll use our worker to take the Africa partner zoo. So these advance. And then for my fourth action, I think I'm going to go for the sponsors here, and we'll place the native seabird. So we are lower than 25 appeal, so that's fine. And these advance. For our fifth action then, I think I'm going to, I'll take the card action here and we'll draw 2. So we get Asian elephant and common European adder. So these advance. And then fifth action, I'm going to, I think, do the animals action here. And I think I'm going to first place the African spurred tortoise. We do have the partner zoo, so this is going to cost 3 less. It's going to cost us 19. So we can place that. That gets us 1 conservation point and 6 appeal. We flip this enclosure. And then we can sell up to 3 cards from our hand for 4 each. I think I'm going to sell the common European adder, the global breeding program, and the Asian elephant. So that's going to be 12. And then that's all we can do for this one. So these advance. And then for our final action of this round, I think I'm going to do the build action here, and I'm going to build a 2-space enclosure for 4. So we'll get 1 back, and I'm going to put that there. And that is all for that. These advance. That's the end of the round, so this covers that. These slide back, and then we are discarding down to 3. We only have 3 in hand, so we're okay there. Our worker comes back. We will discard these 2, advance these, and then we get 2 new ones, which are the Greater RIA and the Foreign Institute. And then we go on to our income. So we are getting 19. So we'll take 20 and give 1 back. That's all for our income. So we go on with our first action here, and I think we'll take the association action here at strength 5. So we're going to use the reptile breeding program. We do have a partner zoo for Africa. And yeah, we are going to, I think, choose the free up one more association worker. That gets us 2 reputation, 1, 2, and then 2 conservation points. So we do pass the upgrade card. So we can choose to either get another conservation worker or upgrade one of our cards, and I think we'll actually upgrade our association action here. Um, so I think that's everything. This slides along, and then we go on to our next turn, which I think I'm going to take the cards action here. So we'll get to draw 2, and we get Golden Lion, Tamarin, and the Aquarium. That's all there. These slide along. And then for our third action of this round, I think I'll use the sponsors action just to take 5 money here. So these advance. And then for our third action here, I think I'm going to take the association action. And I'm going to use that to take a partner university. And I think I'll take the Asia one, which allows us to upgrade a card here. I think I'm going to upgrade the animals. So that's that. These advance, and then for our next action, and sorry, before we do that, we can actually make a donation as well because we have upgraded our association action. So I'm going to pay 5 for 1 conservation point, and then we go on to this action. And I think I'm going to use it to build here. So I'm going to build a 3-space enclosure, which will cost 6. So we get 4 back. So we'll actually pay that, and then we get the 5 back. And for that, I think I'm going to place that in there. So yeah, that's fine. So that's that action. These advance, and then for our final action, I'm going to play the animals. And the first one I'm going to place is the sloth bear. So that costs 14 less 3 is 11. So we'll play that plus 1, and then we can take 10 back. We can flip the size 3 enclosure, which gets us 2 appeal because it's next to the observation tower. This gets us 6 appeal, so we go from 28 up to 34. And then after finishing our current action, we can place the association action on 1 or 5. So we'll remember to do that. And then for this, the second one, I'm going to place the Great Hornbill. Again, 13 less 3 is 10. So we'll place that. We're going to flip this, which gets us another 2 appeal. And then we get 6 appeal. So we go from 36 up to 42. And after finishing the current action, we can place our build action card on 1 or 5. And we also actually get 1 reputation here. So we go up to 4 there for using the animals. And these advance. And that is the end of the round. Or sorry, we have 2 effects here that we can use. And I think I will place the association action on 5 here, but I won't move the build action to either 1 or 5. So that is the end of this turn, or round, sorry. We'll move that, these slide back. We take back our 2 association workers. We are discarding, but we only have 2, so we don't have to discard anything. These get discarded. We advance these, and then we draw 2 new ones, which are going to be Bennett's Wallaby and the Cotton Top Tamarin. And then we go on to income. We're getting 23, so 20, 1, 2, and 3. And I think that's everything. So we can go on then to the next round. So for our first turn, I think we're going to go for our association action at level 5. And I think we are going to take this money. So we get 5 income. So we also get the 5 immediately. And we're going to use the birds one here. We have 2 bird icons. So that'll get us 2 conservation points. 1, 2. I'm going to take the 2 reputation. That moves us up to 6, which allows us to upgrade a card. And I think I want to upgrade the build card here. So that's that. And I think as well I'm going to make a donation here, so we can pay 7. So 5, 6, and 7. That gets us another conservation point. And that is all for this turn. So these advance. For our next turn, then I think I'm going to take the cards action here. So we'll draw 3, although we could snap as well. But I think I will actually just draw the 3 here, and then we'll discard 1. So we have a choice of European grass snake, talented communicator, and Grevy's zebra. And I think I'm going to keep, discard the talented communicator. So that is fine. These advance. And then for our next action, I'm going to build here. So we can build, I think I want to build 2 1-space enclosures. And I think I'm going to build a kiosk as well. So we can pay 6 for that. So these, I'm going to place 1 there, which allows us to take a card from within reputation range or from the deck. I think I'm going to take the adventure playground. So that goes there. These advance will replenish with the crested porcupine. And then I'm going to place the kiosk there and this 1-space enclosure there. So that icon allows us, after finishing, we can place any action card on slot 1. That is that turn. These advance, and I think I'm going to place the sponsors on 1. I think that was the right order, but let me know if that's not correct. And then for our next action, I think I want to use the animals here, so we'll get 1 reputation. And then for our first animal, I'm going to play the European grass snake. That's going to cost us 8, so we'll get 12 back. And that gets us 3 appeal, 1, 2, 3. We can put him in the enclosure next to the water, which is there. After finishing our current action, we can place any action card on 1. And then for the second animal, I think I'm going to play the golden lion tamarin. And for that, we'll pay 10. That also has the clever ability. We'll get 4 appeal, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We can flip this one for his enclosure. And then I think that is all for that turn. These advance. We can place any action card on slot 1. And I think I'll place the cards on 1. We could do it again, but I think I will just do it the once. So for our final action this turn, then I think I will take the association action here with our worker. So this is strength 5. We're going to go over here for our partner zoo, and I think I'm going to take the Americas here. So that will we do have an upgraded association card, so we can put that there. That gets us another association worker, and then we can use that association worker to go in the 2 space, 2 reputation, which moves us up to space 9, which gets us a third, or the last association worker. We don't have enough to donate here, which is unfortunate. And yeah, that is the end of the round. So this covers that. These slide back. We discard down to 3. We only have 3 in hand. We're getting rid of these 2, taking our association workers back as well. These advance. So we're getting 2 new ones, and we have Lesser Bird of Paradise and was a special assignment. And then we are getting 25 plus 5 is 30, plus 2 there, so that's 32. So we get 30 and then 2. And then we can go on to our first turn of this round. And I think here, let's go with sponsors. And I'm going to place the adventure playground. It has to go next to at least 1 rock space. I'm going to place it here. That gets us an X token. And 4 appeal. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me move them so you can see. And that is all for this turn. So these advance. For our next turn, I think I'm going to, and I think here we will use the build action. So we're going to spend 10 to build the reptile house, and we're going to place that there, which allows us to take a card from the deck or from within reputation range. I think I'm going to take the crested porcupine. So these advance, and the new one we get is going to be, sorry, it should be from this deck, um, the Okapi stable. Also, because I placed that, I can move these two animals if I want into the reptile house. So the African spurred tortoise would take 2 spaces. So I think I will move him in there. So we'll place those there. This becomes free, the 3-space enclosure. And then for this one, the European grass snake takes up no space in the reptile house. I will move him, and that makes that become available. And that is all for this turn. So these advance. For the next turn, I think I will take the animals action. So we're only going to play 1, and we can't move any further on the reputation track. So we will play the crested porcupine that we just picked up. That's going to cost 8. So we'll pay that and get 12 back. That's going to get us 3 appeal. So 1, 2, 3. We'll put them in the enclosure that just became available. And then we can discard 1 card from the display and replenish, or discard 1 card from our hand and draw 1 from the deck. I think I'm going to discard the aquarium, and we'll draw, so we get an explorer. So we don't actually have the upgraded sponsor card, so I'm actually going to discard that and draw 1 more. And we get the Indian rhinoceros. So that is all for that turn. These advance, and I think for this one, I think I'm going to use the association action with our X token there. I think we will use this, so we'll get 3 X tokens, and we're going to support the species diversity conservation project. We do have 5 different animal category icons. So we have herbivore, primate, reptile, bird, bear, and predator. So yeah, that is 5. So that's going to get us 5 conservation points. We'll get our 3 X tokens there, and we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I'm going to choose the partner zoo here, and the one I'm going to take, let's go with Europe. So that is going to complete our partner zoo. So we get another 2 conservation points. So 1, 2. We can also make a donation. So I'll spend 10 to get 1 more conservation point. So that will cover up there. And then that is all for that turn. So these advance. And yeah, this covers there. These slide back. And we only have 2 cards in hand, so we don't need to discard anything. And sorry, we should have actually put our worker there for the 5. So he would come back. We're discarding these 2. These advance, and the new one we get, or the new 2, sorry, are broad-snouted caiman and the dugong. Then we go on to income. We are getting 27 plus 5 is 32, 33, 34. So we'll get 20, 30, and 5, and we'll give 1 back. And then, yeah, we can go on with the next round. And I think here we'll just use the cards. So we're going to draw 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Oh, we already have 3, sorry. We get federal grants, Australian pelican, and Northern Plains grey langur. And I think we will discard the Australian pelican. So that goes there. These advance, and we can go on with our next turn. And I think here we'll use the sponsors, and we're going to play. I'm sorry, I should have chosen our final scoring card, and I think I'm going to go for the naturalist zoo. So the sponsor zoo gets discarded. So for the sponsors action, then I'm going to play the federal grants. That gets us 3 immediately. So we'll take 5 and give 2 back. And then it also gets us 3 in the income phase. So that's that. These advance, and for our final action this turn, and I think here let's use the association action at strength of 5. So we will, I think what I'll do here is I think I'm going to support the primates one. So we have 2 primates in our zoo. That'll get us 2 conservation points, so 1 and 2. I can make a donation. Sorry, we should get 12, 12 money as well. So we get 10, 11, 12. I can make a donation. I'm going to spend that 12 to get 1 more conservation point. And then that is all for that. These advance, and yeah, that slides across. For our final action then, I don't think there's really very much productive we can do, so I guess we'll use the cards. We'll draw 2, and we get expert on the Americas and sponsorship Lions. And yeah, that is going to be the end of the game then, so we can go on then to final score. And I don't think any of our cards here had any final scoring conditions. So it's just going to be for our sponsor cards. So we get 1 conservation point for each 2 isolated water spaces. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 isolated water spaces. So that's going to be 3 conservation points, 1, 2, 3. Then we also get 1 conservation point for having being on space 9 on the research track. So that's 1. And then for our naturalist zoo, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 empty building spaces. So that's going to be another 4 conservation points, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I think that is all. So yeah, we managed to win. We ended on 62 appeal, and then the conservation marker goes to the lowest, so that's 46. So that's a total of 16, 16 points, because it's the difference between 62 and 46. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of these, or just any thoughts in general on. I'm still trying to get used to the game, but if you have any suggestions or anything I could have done differently, or you would have done differently, that would be appreciated. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for joining, and hope you can join again next time. Thank you.